Ed, I'm in my mature age. I know I don't look it, but I'm in my 40s, 50s, and 60s. I'd probably take an early retirement. What can I do as a job? Talk to me.
Well, what we've discovered is that there are plenty of people of that sort of age who... actually, I'm going to put this a different way. I remember when I first had the idea for Viewber, and I went to a lady called Anne Ashworth, who's the editor of Bricks and Mortar, who I know, and I was talking to her about it. She said, do you know what, that's brilliant. She said, everyone in this country thinks they know more than their estate agent. This is their chance to prove it. Now, that's obviously a little bit of a joke, but people love property. And
it's a national obsession.
Well, it is a national obsession, and there are a huge number of people out there who may have retired or want to add a little bit of extra income to what they do. And to give you some idea of who our viewers are, as I said, the average age probably is in the sort of mid-40s, but they tend to be retired policemen. A third of our people are ex-estate agents. They can be stay-at-home mums, local professionals who want to work at weekends, earn a bit of extra money. You know, we pay anything between 10 and 20 quid for these guys to go around the corner and open up a door. They do a few of those a week. It just adds extra money for them.
I bet it's damn good fun looking around people's houses.
Well, they tend to get to know the local properties that they're showing for the agents quite well. They like it because they get a variation of different estate agents and different types of properties. It's old-fashioned gig economy stuff, or should I say newfangled gig economy stuff, rather than old-fashioned. And because it's not their principal source of income, they just dip in and out. They can accept the job if they want to. It works really well for them. So from our perspective, we don't have too many problems in terms of people coming in wanting to be viewers. But only about 35% of them get accepted as viewers because we vet them. Well, we vet them. We do DBS checks. We do a video interview. We do the usual identity checks, passport and utility bills. And of course we do a bank transfer to check that they've got a bank account in their own names. We're going to have to pay them. So all of those things are fairly powerful. But the other thing that polices this all the time is that they get rated on the feedback. So in other words, if you as the agent gets the feedback, after a viewing, we ask the agent to rate the feedback out of 5 stars, so they consistently keep that up. So if a viewer falls below 4 stars more than once, one of our community team is on the phone finding out what the problem is, and we just deselect them if they're not good enough.
Oh, interesting. And what skills and not necessarily skills, what attitudes are you looking for in these people?
You can imagine that a retired policeman, for instance, would be brilliant. Punctual, takes notes, listens.
Ex-forces?
A lot of ex-forces. We just want people who are presentable
and what do you think they get
responsible.
Out of it? What do you think they get out of it?
I think it's a variation in their life. I think they just quite like the idea of looking around at people's properties. But more importantly, they feel they're doing a local service and earning a bit of extra money.
And meeting people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does take... You're quite right, Chris. It does take a certain sort of person to be able to interact with members of the public they've never met. But there are plenty of estate agents out there. There are plenty of viewers who are good at doing that as well.
Good stuff. So what would you say to anyone who's looking for a part-time role? Should they go to your website and have a look at that?
Yeah, if they just go to viewber.co.uk, they can register and someone will be in touch very quickly with them to put them through registration.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers. Check them out.